friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, explain to the labor variance. Labor variances. The labor directly engaged in the production of a product is known as direct labor. The wages paid to such labor is known as direct wages. Labor variances arise when actual labor cost are different from standard labor cost. Labor cost variance. It is the difference between the standard labor cost and the actual labor cost for the production achieved. If the standard cost is higher, the variance is favorable and vice versa. Labor cost variance formula is standard labor cost for actual output minus actual labor output, or standard hours into standard rate per hour minus actual hours into actual rate per hour. Labor rate variance. It is the difference between the standard and the actual direct labor rate per hour for the total hours worked. Labor rate variance will be an uncontrollable variance as labor rates are usually determined by demand and supply. Labor rate variance. It is the difference between the standard and the actual direct labor rate per hour for the total hours worked. Labor rate variance will be an uncontrollable variance as labor rates are usually determined by demand and supply conditions in the labor market, backed by negotiation skills of the trade union. If the standard rate is higher, the variance is favorable and vice versa. For example, use of different method of payment, higher wages paid on account of overtime for urgent work. Labor rate variance formula: standard rate minus actual rate into actual hours. Labor efficiency variance. It is the difference between the standard hours for the actual production achieved and the hours actually worked, valued at the standard labor rate. The reasons for labor efficiency variance can be defective and bad material, poor working conditions, breakdown of plant and machinery. When the workers finished the specific job in less than the standard time, the variance is favorable. The efficiency variance formula is standard hours for actual output minus actual hours into standard rate. Idle time variance. It arises because of the time during which the labor remains idle due to abnormal reasons. For example, power failure, machine breakdown, storage of material, etc. This variance is part of labor efficiency variance. It is always an adverse variance. The ideal time variance formula is standard hourly rate into idle hours. Labor mix variance. This variance arises if during a particular period the rates of labor used in production are different from those budgeted. It is the difference between the standard composition of workers and the actual gang of workers. The labor mix variance formula is revised standard hours minus actual hours into standard rate. Revised standard hours equal to total time of actual workers divided by total time of standard works into standard time. Labor revised efficiency variance. It is similar to material revised usage variance and is a subvariance of labor efficiency variance. It arises due to factors other than those which give rise to idle time variance and labor mix variance. The labor revised efficiency variance formula is standard hours for actual output minus revised standard hours into standard rate. labor yield variance. It is the variation is labor cost on account of increase or decrease in yield or output as compared to the relative standard. Actual yield minus standard yield from actual output into standard labor cost per unit of output. Thank you for watching this video.